Yo, America, I had to make another video. Let me explain something to you, America. There's things that you need to know. Let me just cover up my hair because I don't know if I should do my hair tonight. But America, let me tell you something that's so real, right? Mm. But anyway, America, let me just tell you something that you need to know. You ever watch that cartoon? What's it called? Pokemon with the what they call them? Ashton Ketchum, or whatever, right? Yo, let me ask you a question. One, let me make this video about werewolves and likings. Don't If you're a chick out there, don't get with werewolves and likings and end up losing your life and identity because they just been watching you a certain type of way. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them have probably been watching you a certain type of way, and then next you know they isolate you from the people that you should be with in your life, and then you should be with the people that you're supposed to be with. That's gonna be the reality. And I'm speaking about as far as right now at this point of existence, even of myself, if you were supposed to be with me. But if they try to keep you away for their own greed at the time, it's because they're already watching you. And then, a lot of people did insurance fraud, identity theft, and then in the revenue and finances. And we've been in the year of listen to what I'm telling you. We've been in the year in the reflection, 2006, 2015, a female should have knew herself at all 5 points. I said this on Sandish Chips, said this on my other YouTubes in the beginning, Raffle and GR, Gold, Raffle and GR, is Majesty. It's Majesty because I'm a star being. So it's, Majiesty, white as gold. There's some, a lot of things. Anyway, I don't wanna get into it. There's more to my second YouTube channel, and then there's this one. And then, sometimes I put certain videos on Facebook. But I'm gonna say just like this, right? Now, you remember the cartoon Pokemon, right? Now, if a person been watching you, that means they isolate you and then they keeping you from individuals because, the greed of other individuals, the primitively, that's all forgotten. They doing what they're so, and right now individuals doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing the correct right thing, and individuals, especially from 6 feet and down, you're just supposed to be with me and supposed to be with nobody else. I'm just telling you reality. If you got children, I don't know what to tell you. Another individual was thinking about themselves, and things was happening, and that means you also got caught up in the moment. We're already in 2000. This is April 29th, 2020 right now. That from from 2015, every feminine being was already in the year of reflection and knew themselves at all 5 points, and they knew exactly what they were doing a certain type of way. So it doesn't make no sense. It's just like if a chick had you scheming on family members, it don't make no sense killing family members for something a chick wanted to do, what she would do to her own family. And then on top of it, look at the videos I gotta make, even speaking to people for comprehension of intellectualness, for the brain, for the neuroactivity, so they could be okay. And the funny thing is, I'm feeling a pain right here on the side of my head, but it's all right. But I'm gonna just say just like this. For certain chicks that did certain things already in the paradigm of time, in the physical reality, and then manipulated niggas trying to have niggas go out their way after doing wrong. Yo, homie, if you're doing wrong and she telling you to do wrong, she should never tell you to do wrong. You should be doing the correct right thing and not endangering nobody's life. You shouldn't rape chicks. You shouldn't be abusive. You should stay away from certain chicks from 6 feet and down. And I'm just gonna be real. Just work honest living for yourself, and hopefully, my other elder child to start being a CU, and he see you trying to do something with your life, and then you'll be exactly at the level that you're supposed to be at a time even of the physical reality. But if you're doing something, say there was a chick that ever schemed on her family or did what she wanted after the years of the reflection and got with individuals. Because you gotta remember, we went to 2005. A chick already knew herself from 2005, my nigga. Even from how much reflections do you have to have of yourself to know precisely at 2005 and then going all the way to 2015. That's like really knowing what their conscience really knew was developed a certain type of way, and they knew what they wanted. It's just like you notice that certain children, they come out with grown folks attitude because they already developed, their mental was already there of what they were doing a certain type of way. So I'm just gonna be real. If a chick had you going out your way doing certain to other people, I'm the head of all social dignities. I'm the reason of your existence, creation. I'm your real dad. I'm your real dad. You probably have a father, meaning an individual reconditioned, but I'm your real dad. I don't have to. I'm just making this broad statement for other individuals to realize in all times. So when they individuals, it already there. I'm the real Ra, the real Osiris, or known as Orion, and Orion. So all of them is literally me. So because and I'm just gonna be real with you, but I'm gonna just say just like this. If a chick had you doing things, getting rid of individuals, she wanted to do that, what do you think she's already doing to you? If she have you doing certain things a certain type of way, you don't be manipulated a certain type of way. And a person says to your dad, how about you cleaning the crib, and then they don't even want you, and it's your crib, and then the way they treat you. Listen, I know what I'm doing for myself. I spent time here. Another person thought they were manipulating me. I actually did it for myself. I just didn't want to be in no slop. If I was in another type of situation, I would have been doing things for myself. A person trying to do that is gonna go but so far, because not only am I making videos for international security and they're viewing this, if they take it as a spectacle, the reason they're wearing a uniform or learn the education was because of me in the first place. So another person that's in law enforcement or in any international security gotta worry about the stupidity that got under them, that's already gonna fuck their life up, and it's gonna make their life even harder than what it is. And it's supposed to be wonderful, because if everybody do everything they're supposed to do according to me, that's it. That's what's gonna be in this reality. But if there's other stupidity doing certain other things or trying certain other things, they're learning, they're seeing the hands-on experience. I know it gets tiresome. So you think about your temperament. It's just like a sergeant. You notice you're in the army, military, and Air Force, Navy. You fucking maggot. You fucking maggot. Niggas be jumping. And you got part of me. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I almost fell in the bathroom, and I hit the side of my ribs and the side of the tub and stuff, cleaning my feet. So you ever heard of niggas? You fucking maggot. You stuck. You push up. He start screaming up. Because his temperament he's already reflecting his temperament to show you will fucking finish you. You're in a position you get finished, and you better be about it, because your ass is on for a long ride, and it might be a life trip. so then it just be real, and I can honor that because I'm the reason of international security. But it's just the reality of the situation, because now you're gonna learn why you have to really honor, and if you don't understand, then homie, you should have thought about it before whatever you did. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't the type of place to say you don't understand and shit. So I'm just gonna be real with you. But anyway, and it doesn't matter, because either way is correcting your mentality and making your life more wonderful than you being stupid in the physical reality and not doing anything for your life. You're really securing your life at the time, even as an individual, and for the overall and learning the experience of the reason why to honor social equality and honor yourself, so you could be able to go out there and conquer for individuals that you ever cared about, and if you ever cared about yourself. That's what it's really about. So, but I'm just gonna be real. But if you see him screaming, you fucking maggot, he's already telling you the type of situation and the type of conduct a certain type of way, because you gotta remember, you can't give up on yourself a certain type of way, a person got to continue. And then on top of it, it's showing you the temperament of the certain things that individuals got to deal with. And then an individual already been doing it longer than another individual, they don't need that type of stress. So because they amplify to know to get rid of that type of situation before that mentality or that vibrational current before it continues in the physical reality. This is why it's a wonderful thing if you're into international regard or international security, but it's for correct and upright and honest people. But I'm gonna just be real, you know, things happen in life, but the individual's already telling you and showing you that they've already been dealing with stress. They don't need that type of example because the reason that you felt like you were living a hard life, you wanted to do a change in your life, that's why you're there. That's what the individual's showing you by when he's yelling at you, telling you, you better do something, you fucking mad. Because a person says this is not the place where people give up. People are putting their life on the line individually and regarding their real life for the reason of their existence. And if you wanted to give up, you don't give up in a place where people are living for correction and making sure that life can go on to the future of equality. So if you're there and then you say you give up, nobody, it's like a, oh man, nobody's on that mentality. They get the fuck out of there with that mentality. Like if you go back to sleep, you better wake up with a new mentality. You better another person. There's all type of programs in international security. There's therapy sessions. There is certain type of equality. There's things that you could do to keep your body like a muscle active so you can literally be able to just continue working out your frustration of the ignorance so you won't have to be you won't be you won't be the reason of a downfall or embarrassment or cause an injury to somebody else because your stupidity wasn't up to the standard at the time. You're supposed to make sure you're up to the standard, and that's what it has to be. So this is the reason why individuals already show you that type of mentality is not there. Because if a person, if it's like, imagine individuals regarding your house or your apartment or whatever you live in, and then a person says they don't give a fuck. How would you feel as a person that needed a regard? You would be like, oh my God. You would have to think. Some people would have ignorant thoughts, but the whole thing is you don't ever go in a place like that with that type of mentality. That is not that mentality is for somewhere else. It's not for a person that made a upright conscience judgment just to make sure that there's equality and then they cared so much to even be in that position. That's what it's really about. So you better think about it. But I'm gonna just be real. If you see somebody already yelling at you, because they don't need that example. That example's for outside people that doesn't care about life a certain type of way. Those are people, outside people. There's outside people that care about life, but there's outside people that doesn't understand the reason of equality and honor and dignity. That's something for it's not even for companionship, caring, and love of one's social habitation of oneself. That's what that place is there for. It's not there for stupidity. Because a person's taking their life serious when they get to that position. So that's what it's really all about. But anyway, when you see individuals showing you certain things, it's because other individuals gotta be conscious, and then some people gotta, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What was so and so? Then a person just gotta really reflect on the overall view of what can make you even want to honor yourself as an individual for social habitation of your own quality of comfortability. That's all it is about. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else to really say after that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what the situation's about. But if you have individuals, like, say for instance, like I told you, we're in a year in a reflection. You have the Asham Ketchum the cartoon, you know what I'm saying? It's a funny cartoon, but this is what I want to tell you, because if you have people that's causing identity theft, you gotta, the way they do it is tactical a certain type of way, and you gotta think about it for yourself, for your own security, for your own habitation, so you don't get caught up in situations like that, even in the paradigm of time. And I'm being very serious. So, and on top of it, if you ever notice in the cartoon, you gotta remember, this is something I used to tell my spiritual guardian God, my wife, that I put her in a spiritual realm to watch over the family through time, so they could be in existence. So while I come in the atmosphere that I made, that they could conquer, and I could view the reason why I'm not wasting my energy and time with individuals through the refinement and enrichment of the cycle of my love through time, even of my energy that I gave her. So it's like I'm literally looking and doctoring a situation, and then I have other wives on other social economic habitations and planets that I could be with, and they're not, they want me there, but I gotta make sure the earth itself is fully solid, is fully built a certain type of way with its foundational structure, to know that it's moving a certain type of way in refinement, even in uh uh a solid, I'm using the precise vocabulary, a solid habitation of current, because I'm also responsible for giving my wife her existence of her own individual life, of a reflection of myself, of my love, but making sure that it wasn't hurt, because I know the reason of living for the future of equality, and where certain things happen. So, this is the reason why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be real, you know, other individuals, it never happened in other places, but in a place of a person views to know what's really going on and what caused it in habitation, and even thinking about the reasons of love, with all the dignity that I made to, from the times of their birth and their creation, even from the time I started doing certain things for my wife, I make sure it develops. And then on top of it, I know, make sure nobody can take it away a certain type of way. Because I know the importance more than anybody else know the importance. I know it so much, I don't want to even say anything too much about it. Sometimes I know so much of the importance, I don't even want to think about it a certain type of way. But anyway, so, this is the reason when I'm telling you, because you have individuals that is a little different sometimes. But it's just like I say, I just tell my wife, yo, the children, some of them want to get into wild mentality. I'm not into no wild argument. I know what you're doing. I know you want me to be humble about the situation, but we're developing in a year where something might happen to me, and I know you know everything already. So, and I knew you conquered the situation already, but I'm sure about my situation, but what's gonna go on with your situation that I'm already sure about a certain type of way. So, just to make sure, because your mentality is a certain type of way, I'll be there so you can control those type of emotions, because I know the type of conduct that goes around even at different times and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I had other children, pre-prime trans. They dealt with there were elements, and other children of other social starters dealing with elements. I was wonderful with them. Nothing happened in different places with them. It was just reflecting in certain places, certain things happening. And that's why I'm here. So, through time, I'm making sure about the situation, even in the paradigm. But I should tell my wife here, the children have wild emotions, a lot of conduct. I don't want you to really be trying to steal my magic or doing funny things with other people. And then on top of it, what's really going on with you? And then I knew certain things, because we had certain conversations, certain of my wives at certain points. So I knew where I was gonna be a certain type of way. Then I looked at the situation. I said, all this little wild conduct, You can't never say, I gave you nourishment, enrichment, perfume, wonderful atmospheres. I don't want to hear nothing ever stinking and telling me is anything about me, because once I'm inside of here, it has nothing to do with me, because I already provided even for all the outside. So once you talking all that shit, a certain type of way, is because of wild conduct. I mean, and I had to break it down to, I'm like, yo, listen, you got dogs walking around naked in the street with their balls out, and then we're in the element, yeah, pissing and shitting on elements, and then they want to be fancy, and then they barking and doing all type of shit, and then they smell like shit and all type of shit, like somebody stashed away and stowed away certain things. I kept things clean even before I got here, even and still kept it clean. So will you be able to maintain your own habitation of yourself if something happens a certain type of way? I have to know that you will be able to, because this is what a real relationship is about. And then I had to let her know. And I'm telling her, like, yo, dogs pissing and shitting on your conduct. And then on top of it, you calling me, asking me, and I be with my other wives, I be with your sister, I be with your elder mother. And I made them all for nothing, but still it's your sister and your elder mother, because they have the connection to the reason of your overall situation. So I be with them. Why you the one that needs something a certain type of way all the time, a certain type of way? All that pissing shit and conduct. You know what manners are already. What do I have to teach you about being appropriate? So what's going on with you? So I used to tell her these type of things. All the dogs get stink. They're sleeping outside. They stink. You gotta wash it. That's a vibrational wild conduct. You gotta wash it. That shit can't be dirty like that. Either that or lower. Don't don't produce a certain type of physical habitation a certain type of way. And if you see the children are forcing that on the overall on the outside, then you got something serious about your situation that they might be considering. And then me being here with you, you better think about the position, because if you did something to somebody, they're already looking at it a certain type of way. And then on top of it, on a level of honor, individuals letting don't fuck around, because when it comes to you, the way they'll treat you a certain type of way, if they have to individual you out, it wouldn't be what you cause to yourself a certain type of what you want to get into is the way they'll treat you a certain type of way. And then on top of it, they show you that through the development in a certain type of way, even through time. I even bought other beings. Now, let me tell you something. Even a person can metamorphosize into a dog. They're still a human being, and so they know to go clean themselves. Why the motherfucker wants to be running around looking like some naked motherfucker that he just wants to be able to just grab somebody, couple strokes, and keep him? What the fuck is that about? I'm a married man. Control your emotions of your conduct. You need to humble yourself or go meditate about what's really going on. So I was real with my wife. I told my wife what was really going on a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because a person's thinking a certain type of way. My elder wife doesn't like those type of emotions, and then she done concealed certain things a certain type of way. And at times, if you add a character and the concealment or something happens to what she concealed, you'll be in serious situations, because my wife is the type of person she'll just start carving herself a certain type of way. A person says, "How real is what you're saying?" Look at my Japanese empresses, my wives. Look what they already did for me. So what are you talking about? We could go all through Asia a certain type of way and things like that happen all day. And America is a part of Asia. You need to think about that. So now I'm just being real. So now if an individual is saying certain things and then you have people developing or causing certain things, like you see me catching headaches and other people doing funny things, they're not thinking about the overall situation. Their mother is already looking at them like, oh, oh, really? Oh, So I'm not even thinking about that. And the more somebody even tries to, you should stop a person from being ignorant and stop them from amplifying that type of ignorance, because what caused you to be in a situation a certain way that you are if you're from 6 feet and down as a feminine being. That's all I'm gonna say. So now, as I was saying though, right? So I used to tell my wife about these things, and then I used to tell my children in pre-podcast, like, yo, listen, my nigga, I did a lot of things other places, you know. Other people be looking for their little battery packs and charges and shit a certain type of way. I see Pikachu was already giving it away. Asham Ketchum found Pikachu and said, "No, Pikachu, you could." He went on a tournament with Pikachu. Pikachu just wanted to be happy. Pikachu learned how to become a warrior, and I know Pikachu already probably comprehended what was already going on. And that's why Pikachu was almost losing his life because a person wanted to go in a competition just to be more wonderful. Pikachu already made the conscious decision. I'm gonna make a judgment. I'm gonna roll with this dude because this dude, he might lose his life a certain type of way for nothing, but he got a wonderful heart and a mentality. But if this guy's mind fucking me and just trying to fuck me over, we're gonna have a blast on the journey we're gonna have. So Pikachu just went on the walk with Ash, you know. Ash, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. So a person got to think about it. It's just like I tell my wife, like, yo, you know, you have all these dogs and shit. Then you have feminine beings that's coming here talking about this planet was restaurant and all type of things. I understand you nourish yourself. There's one of the things nourishment. And I'm gonna be real. I was already in the north. I did more than a year, not even habitating a physical. Even before I got there, even indulging in any physical meat a certain type of way. And I know my wife like working out, and I know she like doing things, so I know the natural habitation. She wants to look a certain type of way. She doesn't want to lose it, and then on top of it, she wants me to be comfortable. But when she feels a certain type of way, and then she's like, "Yo, listen, I want to be comfortable. I want to still always be in love with you." I naturally know my dietary habit and I slim down naturally, and it'd just be wonderful because I have a wonderful chest, I have a wonderful structure of my body, and I'm always nice. You know what I'm saying? I already know how to dress myself and stay. A person would say, how would you say this? I would say stay looking like wealthy enrichment, but I know how to stay fly. Because a person, when I'm really dressed up and you look at me, you're gonna be like, "Yo, this nigga really look good." Yeah, and then on top of it, everybody else is looking good because it was of me anyway. And then on top of it, I'm supposed to look good. So it's even a more of a situation, even in the physical reality. When you see a person saying, "Oh, they want to hate and do things," those are people that's ignorant. That's the ignorance you're supposed to get at. Nobody wants to think about stupidity that already did wrong. So a person got to think about how serious it is. So I used to tell my wife, like, yo, you know something, even for the children that turn into animals, you got to control that stuff. You know, I know you like to run around, you don't want to lose yours, and then you'll be wild for what you love. But be careful of what they're coming into contact with and conduct with of what you love, because another person's looking for a battery pack. It's just like a chick that you can see. It's like I told the five. You walk outside, you see some chick from 6 feet and down holding hands, kissing some next nigga. They done told police fuck you, international security fuck you, and on top of it, what do you think it developed through time with that type of mentality? And then say I'm the real soulmate. I own the continents. I'm the reason of everybody learning the real social education of dignity on a celestial earth, dealing with cellular structure that generates forms of matter and intensifies in intensity and in depth, even in reflection. And then you see them holding hands doing something else at another time. And then on top of it, everybody's like, what happened to me? why Boogie Night and all that? And I'm looking at niggas like in the street like, it's like international security puts me on a plane to go on a vacation, and then I touch down in France. I touch down in Russia. I go to China, Japan. I go to Korea. I go to Mexico, Puerto Rico, what other out of Haiti. And then as soon as I get there, I see my wife that everybody said that's important with in a house with some next nigga. And then international security got to do the bargaining, trading, and revenue. They're wondering what are they wasting and stuff. And then I'm looking at individuals like, yo, you're killing your health, literally. You ever heard the statement, don't fuck yourself? That's not your soulmate. You're fucking. You're not really in love. I know for a fact you're just on survival mode. You're not. And then I'm looking at this. I'll be looking at situations like this is really love. And then I'm looking, I'll be outside looking at another situation, look at death. And then death be looking at me like, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Look at death. Don't look at me. Nigga, your life, stay alive, nigga. I don't even want to see that shit. Death be looking at me like, I don't even want to see them niggas. I be like, oh, word. I be looking at niggas like, international security be wondering, is it gonna be a Royal Rumble? Is it gonna be an all-out brawl for that one, or what's the situation and stuff? And then I'm looking at them like, you know, inventory is important, but I never knew about that type of shit. For real. You know, and then on top of it, the soil be somewhere just all day, just want to drown in the mud and shit. Look, this nigga just sauce. You know, I'm the head of all Beyond Highest, even of the Beyond Highest, and then just niggas going to the dirt. Look, mush. I be looking at nigga like. My wife says she melting this. Please make it. Please design it for me and stuff. I just start taking the mud and making it clay. You know, she a miracle, baby. So I forming. They should be looking at me like, I don't want nobody else doing it. I want you and me to do it. I'm like, hey, whoa. And then other individuals start thinking about their time, how many steps, breaths, current. Another nigga just be there saying the weirdest things and shit, and just everybody looking at the nigga like, what the fuck wrong with that nigga? Nigga just in the zone and shit. He's just current, stats, breath, another one. That was another breath. Wow. He be thinking about his life because you're on a celestial earth dealing with cellular activity that generates forms of matter. So another person's taking it like beyond serious and stuff. Because they think about, damn, I didn't have this at this time. Look at that.